Hello, am I audible?
Audible, sir.
Hello, am I audible? Okay. Good evening, Jasri ma'am. Good evening. So is the screen visible? Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Good evening, Prema ma'am. Good evening to all. Okay, so the chapters that we have completed, let me show you guys once. Let me get the thing. We have completed most of the chapters. Some of the chapters are remaining. Okay, so let's start. Okay, let's begin. So today we're going to start with data interpretation. So before we move to data interpretation, what are the things that we have completed? Okay, so number system we are done with, decimals and fractions we are done with, simple equations we are done with, ratio, proportion, variation we are done with, percentage, profit and loss. Okay, this is remaining. These two things are remaining. So here we will be taking 4 classes, 2 classes for simple interest and 2 classes for compound interest. Here we will be taking 2 classes. Okay, I mean this is my plan. It might be that in one less class the things are done. 4 and 2, 6 classes I have planned for these two. It might be that with the help of 5 classes only we are done with this. Voice coming echo, voice echo हो रहा है, ऐसा तो नहीं होना चाहिए. Is my voice echo? Is my voice echoing?
No, sir. No, sir.
It's okay, na? It's okay. Okay, thank you for responding. Okay, so uh, on an average in a standard way, we'll be taking 6 classes for this. It might be that we can complete it in 5 classes. It might be that we can complete it in 7 classes also. Okay, discount I have already covered. I mean, the fund of discount I have already covered in profit and loss. Time and work is covered. Okay, so here 6 classes will be required. Okay, this part I'll be covering differently. I'll be covering differently with the help of percentages. Okay, so I'll be doing it later on and I'll name it percentage part 4, part 5 only, right? So we'll be dealing with these 3 things. So this will take around 3 to 4 classes. I guess 3 classes are enough. 3 classes are enough. Okay, so I'll not be taking the things something like data tables. So we'll be solving tabular DI. We'll be solving tabular data interpretation. Data interpretation is called as DI. It is not that we will be solving tabular data interpretation for the whole class, or we will be solving line graph for the whole class, or pie chart for the whole class. I am taking these things in a mixture way so that I can give you the actual idea what will be coming in the examination, because in the examination you might find some exams, might find some questions which will be having a line graph as well as a pie chart. Okay, although those questions are of very high standard, I have seen the last year question paper. The last year question paper is also there in the app or the website. You can download it. So you can see a simple pie chart has been asked. Okay, so anyways, we'll see how to deal with those things. So let's begin today's class. So this is data interpretation part 1. I have not named it like today we'll be solving bar chart, today we'll be solving line graph. I'll go very slow and we'll solve some questions. Okay, my planning is to like make you guys understand about around like 100 questions. Okay, my planning is to make you guys deal with 100 questions of data interpretation. 100 questions means each question of data interpretation has got 5 sub questions. There is a whole chart, there is a whole big question. One big question is having 5 questions. So if I take 4 classes and for the 4 classes, if I take 20 questions in the 4 classes, 20 questions, 20 into 5 is 100. Like, let's see how much we can do. Okay, just see. So the table given below shows the number of shoes sold by 4 different shops in 3 different months. Some data are given while some are missing, right? So what they have given, October, November, December total, shop P, shop Q, R, S total. Okay. The first question, the number of shoes sold by shop S in December is what percent of number of shoes sold by shop Q in all the 3 months? Is what percent of? First of all, please understand the basic. Whenever you have of, whenever you have this word of, then, okay, whenever you have these two words, so the particular thing coming after these two words, after, okay, the things coming after these two words will be the base, will be the basis for comparison. Those things will be in the denominator. So what they have asked, the number of shoes sold by shop S in December. So shop S in December, we don't have any value over here. Okay, is what percent of the number of shoes sold by shop Q in all the 3 months? Shop Q in all the 3 months is 200. This we know. Okay, so the answer will be shop S in December. We'll find it out, don't worry. Divided by is what percent of the number of shoes. ऑफ ना, ऑफ के बाद जो आएगा वो नीचे बैठेगा, ऑफ के बाद जो आएगा उससे कंपैरिजन करेंगे. Q in all 3 months, Q का कितना है 200, and for converting it into percentage multiplied by 100. Now we need to find this value. Okay, let's try to find. Okay, just focus on October, okay. You have this 50, okay, you have 55, you have 65, okay. 55 and 65, 55 plus 65 is what? 120. 120 and 50 is how much? 120 and 50 is how much? 170. Here we have 230. So if this much is 170, then this will be 60. Done. Is anybody having any issue in that, in this? Everyone understood that this particular value will be 60. कुछ प्रॉब्लम है तो पूछो.
सर ये जगह पे थोड़ा सा एक बार.
हाँ बोलिए.
सर ये जो 230 वाला जो पार्ट है ना, ये प्लीज डिस्क्राइब सर अगेन.
हाँ तो यू जस्ट लुक इनटू दिस. अक्टूबर महीने में 4 दुकान है, ठीक है, 4 दुकान है. तो शॉप P सोल्ड 50 शूज, शॉप Q का पता नहीं है, शॉप R सोल्ड 55, शॉप S सोल्ड 65. तो टोटल करके ही तो 230 आया ना. तो 4 चीजों का टोटल करके 230 आया. इसमें से one particular value is missing. One particular value is missing, and you have the other 3 values. So you just add those values ना. Orally add करो, हाँ orally add करो. If you save some time in the easy questions, na, you will have some time for the tough questions. So, and there only you will like be ahead of your competitors, because those who are preparing for this exam, okay, I mean very seriously and in a moderate way also. But horizontal total of shop Q does not tally with 100. Sir, if we put 60 in October, it does not. Who told you that it does not tally with 200? Did you total it? I got this one, but Nagamai sir, did you total it? Yes, it will tally, na? It will tally. They have given the question in such way. It will for sure tally. Okay, no issue with that. Okay, so first of all, you have to do it vertically. I mean, there is no rule that you have to do it vertically, horizontally. From wherever you can get your answer, get the answer. Okay, so 50 plus 55, or else first do 55 and 65, 55 and 65, 110 and 120, 120 plus 50, 170, 170 plus 60. Okay, and this also tally. Okay, can we find the other values also? Let's find the other values also. Okay, 50 and 65, 115, 115 and this 45. Now look, 45 and 55, this will be 100, 180, 180 and this will be 70. Now look, 70 and 65, 135, this is 195, 135 and 60, this will be 195. The whole table is done. Okay, let me write this December ka total. This December ka total. 60 and 85, this is 150. 150 and 50, 200, 260. And this will be what? The biggest total. Look, 200, 200, 200, 600. Okay. 60 and 50, 110, 110 and 30, 140. 600 and 140, 740. Okay, let me write this also. This is what? This is 50 and 50, 100, 180, 185. 200, 200, 400, 360, 360 and 180. Just have a check on this. The total, the vertical total, 160 plus 200 plus 185 plus 195. This is 740, right? So everything is tallied. Everything is tallied. Everything is quite okay. Now we can readily solve the question. So you can do like this. You can do like this instead of reading the questions first. If you are looking at a missing table, this is called missing data interpretation. Okay, missing table. Okay, now look at our question. Shop S in December. Shop S in December. Which value we are going for? Shop S in December. Shop S in December. This one. 60. 60 by 200 into 100. Just cut it off. This will be 30%. Okay, so answer is 30%. Okay, is this much okay? So this particular question has 5 questions in it. This particular question is 5 questions in it.
Sir, Shivraj sir.
Yes, yes, yes.
100 divided by 200 ये please थोड़ा सा
कौन सा
ये 100 multiply by 200
no look, just read the question. The number of shoes sold by shop S in December. So first we have written this is what percentage of, this word makes the main thing in the question, is this shop S का जो shoes है December में, shop S का जो shoes है December में, is what percent of any sentence, any particular object that comes after these two words, of and then, of or then. Any particular sentence or object that comes after of or then will be our base. This will be our comparison. This is the thing with which we will be comparing, right? Or I can write this is the base. Let me write it as base. This is the base. So the base is what? The number of shoes sold by shop Q in all the 3 months. So number of shoes sold by shop Q in all the 3 months. So shop Q October में 60, December में, November में 55, December में 85, total is 200. And for percentage, look, if you write the answer like this, na, this will be wrong because this will be just the fraction. This will be just the fraction. So what you need to do? You need to put 100. I mean, out of 100, this is what? This is 60 out of 200. But out of 100, the value will be what? So you need to multiply 100 so as to convert the fraction into a percentage. Right? Please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Elevarasan sir, is there any doubt? Please mute yourself. ओके सो डाउट किसने पूछा था बेसिकली? क्या आप चैट पे बोल सकते हैं कुछ? अयान सर ने डाउट पूछा था क्या?
Understood,
भी
sir.
हो?
Understood.
Understood. Okay, you can turn off your mic. Sridhar Nayak sir, your camera is on. I mean, if you know this is okay. I don't have any issue. Please don't mind me saying this. I don't have any issue. Anyone, if you turned on your camera, I just have issue with the noise. Okay. So, but many people, many students are very uncomfortable if their camera is open. Okay. And at times unknowingly their camera remains open. So that's why I always tell you guys about this. Okay. So this particular question has 5 questions with it. So let's move to the second question. This is the second question. Try to do it. Very simple, very simple. Okay. Just let me tell you, I'm not gonna write the table once again. Please, you guys copy this. Okay, you guys copy this table. Everyone copied this table. Is it done? Please quickly copy this table. Don't make mistake in copying it.
Sir, not yet copied. 1 minute, sir.
Sir,
Okay. Please, okay. Please quickly copy this table. So this table will be requiring in solving the next 4 questions. DI data interpretation is very easy, provided you are very clear with your percentage and ratio proportion concepts. If you are clear with percentage and ratio proportion, this is like halwa. Okay, this will fetch you some good marks. And in quick time. Please write in the chat if you are done with copying this table. Once I get 5 to 6 responses that they have copied the table, then I'll move to the next question. Okay. Done. Okay, then do this question. Nine is to 14. Very simple. Find the ratio of number of shoes sold by shop P. Shop P shoes is to that by shop S in November. Shop S shoes. And the whole question has been asked for November. So just see shop P. Shop P in November is 45. Shop S in November is 70. So if you cut by 5, if you cut it by 5, you will be getting 9:14. Very simple. समझ में आया सबको? Is anyone having any issue?
Got it, sir.
Done? Is it done for everyone? Because only 2, 3, 4 students have answered.
Done, sir.
Is there any done? Na? Okay. Those who are not answering, I mean, they might not write in the chat, but they have done it. Okay. So you can respond that this is done. And those who are feeling shy that they are having doubt in such simple things, there is no need to be feel shy. You can readily ask. Okay. I have told you 100 times that you are not here for anyone else. Okay. You're here for your own career. Self development is the thing you are here for. This is a very easy level DI. Okay, slowly we'll move to some standard questions. We'll move to some standard questions. Don't worry about that.
Sir, 60.
60. This is simple only. सीधा table में ही है. This value has been given in the table itself. There is no workout. You don't have to take your pen even for this question. Okay, done. Do this. You have the table. Twenty-five percent, 25, 25, 25. Okay. Many of you have answered this time. Very good, very good. So let me explain very quickly. The total number of shoes sold by P in December. Okay, P in December. So shop P in December is what percent off? Is what percent off divided by the number of shoes sold by all the shops in December. I mean, all the shops in December means we need this particular value. This value will be requiring here and into 100. Okay, let's go back. 260 and P in December 65. This is 260. This is what? 65. 65 by 260 into 100. So if you know the tables, this is very fluent. This is very cakewalk for you. Okay. 13 into 2 is 26. 13 into 5 is this. 2 into 1, 5, and this is 25%. Very simple. Last question from this. Find the average of number of shoes sold by shop S in November and December together. Now see, I've not taught you guys average chapter. Okay, but basic average you guys know, na? Average is what? Sum of observation by number of observation. This is the definition we have been knowing since childhood. So this much you know. अगर मुझे 5 लोगों का एवरेज निकालना है, 5 लोगों के मार्क्स का एवरेज निकालना है, तो 5 लोगों के मार्क्स का एवरेज को टोटल करो, सॉरी 5 लोगों का मार्क्स को टोटल करो, डिवाइडेड बाय 5 कर दो. So if I want to find out the average age of 10 students, I'll be totaling the age of 10 students and dividing it by 10. Done. Okay. So average is very simple. 65, 65, 65. It's good to see that you guys are answering very fluently. Find the average of number of shoes sold by shop S in November and December together. Shop S means we need these two values. So what are these two values? 70 and 60. So 70 plus 60. This is the total, and for average divided by 2. Why divided by 2? Because there are 2 months. So 130 by 2. Answer is 65. Done. Okay, so this question. Read the question. This is bar graph.
Sir, down are the values 10, 20, 30. We should.
Yes.
Excuse me, sir.
You can see that, na? I'll be explaining it, but
Okay, sir. Okay.
I just gave you guys some time that how you guys can interpret. You can see this, that this is 10. Okay, this particular part is 10, and you can see there are 5 divisions. Don't count the lines. Count the divisions. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. There are 5 divisions. 5 divisions are adding up to 10 units. Means each division is of 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Then what? 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Then what? 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. This is as simple as that. You can see there are 10 units. 10 units divided by there are 5 divisions. 5 divisions. So what is the value of 1 division? 1 division is 2. 2 units. Done. Okay, now we have been asked, in this question we have been asked, in 2009 and 10 taken together, okay, what is the average monthly income of Ravi, Rahul and Rajiv? Okay. So first of all we need to find the total of Ravi, Rajiv and Rahul. Okay. Just give me a moment. Where is the page gone? Okay. So for Ravi, first of all, let's find out for Ravi. 2009 plus 2010. Okay. So what is the total? What is the total for Ravi? Ravi is green color. So 12 and 18. This is 30. Okay, 30 in 1000. Okay, in 1000. So you can write 30K. There is no issue. Okay, for Rahul.
Sir, it is easy that 2019 3 members and 2010 3 members. It is easy, sir. Not individual. For 3 members for 1 year and 3 members for another year. It is easy, I think.
What? I've not. I didn't get you.
We should get average of 2009 of all members and 2010 of all members. It is easy, sir. More than this.
This is easy for. Acha. I mean, 2009 and 10 together. What is the average monthly income of this? So how you have done? 2009.
3
9 का
members का
total.
average. बाद में 2010 का 3 members का average plus total. It is easy than this. I think, sir.
Okay. Okay, this is easy. Okay, if you feel like I don't feel any issues, because I'll be giving you another method also, so I don't feel any issues. Like we know now that this is 12, this is 18, so we can add it directly. I'm writing now, that's why you might feel that I'm writing a bit more, but there is no as such issue. Okay, you can do that. This is also simple only. If you like add these two, 12, 10 and 14 together and then average, but you cannot I mean first of all you need to find the whole total and then you need to find the average. Okay, you cannot add the two averages. Okay, you might be getting the same answer. Okay, you might be getting the same answer because in 2009 also there are 3 members, in 2010 also there are 3 members, but if there could have been one more member in 2010, then your answer would have been different from the other students. Okay, I mean average of a particular situation plus average of another situation is not necessarily equal to the average of the overall situation. It is same only when the number of persons are same in both the situations, right? Okay, Rahul, for Rahul this is what, 16 and 10, 26K. Okay, for Rajiv, there is some confusion with the question that this should be 36.5. Okay, let me see what we can do. Okay, so this is what, how much? Rajiv, red. Rajiv is 14 into 14, 28K. So what is the total over here? The total is 325,278, 84. 84 by 3, 28K. This is simple only. Okay, no issues with that. Okay, do you guys know that average is equal distribution? क्या आपको पता है? Do you guys have this knowledge that average, the meaning of average is equal distribution? You know this thing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like, can you visualize this in your mind that average means equal distribution? Like, let me tell you, okay, if you know this now, the answer for this question is very easy. The answer for this question is very easy. This is something like okay. Let me skip it for now. Okay, when we'll be doing the average chapter, then we can do that. Okay, let me tell you one more simple way to solve this question. One more simple way. You just count the lines. That's it. You just count the lines. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, 7. This is 7 plus 8 plus 9. So 7 plus 8 is 15, 15 plus 9 is 24. Done? Okay. Now this is what? This is 7, this is 7, this is what? 6, this is 5. 7 plus 6, 13, 13 plus 5 is 18. 18 and 24. Right? 18 and 24. 42. 42 divided by 3. This is what? 14. So why our answer is varying? Answer should be 28, but why this is 14? Because 1 unit is of 2. 1 unit, the value of 1 division, sorry, the value of 1 division is 2. I have not taken that. If I would have taken that 14 divisions into 2, answer would have been 28 only. So in this way, you can find your answer. Look how much I have written. This is for your exam. You can also do like this in your exam, like writing properly. But the point is, examiner is not going to check your rough sheet and give you step marking. Okay, the final answer matters. So you just, if you know that all the divisions are of same value, you just count the divisions. This, here it is how much? 7 divisions, 8 divisions, 9 divisions. The total is what? 24. Here it is 7 divisions, 5 divisions, 6 divisions. The total is what? 18. 24 and 18 is 42. And we need to find the average of this total out of 3 persons. We need to distribute this 42 into 3 persons. So answer will be 14. And from 14, how can you reach to your final answer? You just see on the in the options, you just see the multiple of 14. कौन सा number 14 का multiple है? कौन सा number 14 के table में आता है? You will see option B. 28 comes in the table of 14. So done. There is no need to like think in a very complex way. If you have जुगाड़, आपको जुगाड़ चाहिए.
So will you please repeat this method once again?
Yes. Sure. What I'm saying that we know that this 1 division is 2. This 2 divisions are 4. Okay. So instead of writing this value, these are original values. You just count the divisions. Okay. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 divisions. Okay. Now let's do the total of 2010. 7 divisions, 8 divisions, 9 divisions. Total is 24. Let us do the totaling of 2009. 5 divisions, 6 divisions, 7 divisions. The total is 18. Now let us do the totaling of 2009 and 2010. 24 plus 18 is 42. And now this 42 has to be distributed amongst 3 persons because we need to find the average of 3 persons divided by 3. So we get the answer 14. But what will be your final answer? You can find the final answer in 2 ways. You know the average, the final average is 14 divisions because we have done the answer with the help of divisions. If you want the actual answer, 1 division is of 2 units, so multiply 2, you will get 28. Done. Or you can what you can do, you got 14, right? You got 14. Search in the options, search for the number which is a multiple of 14, which comes under the table of 14. So 28 is the only number. 28 is the only number in this whole list which comes in the table of 14. Done. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Now this is clear. Shall we move to the next question?
Sir, clear.
Okay. One more DI is left. One more DI is left. This is the second DI. We're in the seventh question. I have taken 15 questions for today's class. Let's see we can complete 15 questions or not. Rahul saved 23% and 28% of his monthly income in 2011 and 12 respectively. Find his total savings over the 2 years. Okay, let's find it out. This is very easy. Okay, Rahul is black. Okay, 2011 and 2012. So this is what 20, 22, 24, 24,000 in 2011. 2012. This is what? Look, this is 20. This is 20. This is 18. This should be 18. So 18,000. So the income of Rahul in 2011 is 24,000 and income of Rahul in 2012 is 18,000, and Rahul saved 23%, 23% of his income, ठीक है? किसका? 23% किसका? You are finding 23% of which number? Of 24,000. Okay, and in 2012 he saved 24%. Sorry, 28%. So 28%. Just find these values and add them up. Find the values and add. Just cut it. 23 into 24. How much this will be? You can multiply over like this also. 12, 8, 9. Okay. This is 66. Sorry, 46. 2, 5, 5. 5, 5, 2 and 0. 10,560. Sir, is it monthly income or yearly income? No, monthly income. This is monthly income. You can see, na? The bar graph given below shows the monthly income of 3 different persons. Monthly income. Monthly income in 5 different years. Okay, monthly income in 5 different years. No. Throughout the year, that value is not given. For example, in 2016, the whole 2016, my salary was 10,000. Next, in 2017, the whole 2017, my salary was 20,000. So monthly income has been given. Okay, so how much is this? 18 into 8 is 144, 14 रहेगा. 18 into 2 is 36, 36 or 14, 50.
Option B.
0. And this total is 605, 10,560. Done. Option number B. Is it okay? Is it okay with everyone? किसी को कुछ doubt है तो पूछो. Be very I mean confident while you are asking your doubts. Okay, be very frank enough, be very bold enough while asking your doubts. There is no issue if you are asking your doubts 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, even 5 times. Okay, this much is okay. We can move to the next question. I'm not getting any kind of response, so I'm taking it for granted that you guys are okay with it. So moving to the
Yes.
next question. I guess this question is of bit higher level. This is not for you guys. Anyways. Okay, a little bit of calculation is required here. So we'll do that, no issues. ratio of expenditure to savings of Ravi in 2011 and 12 is 12:13. Okay, and 14:15. Okay, find his total expenditure over these 2 years. Okay, for 2011, expenditure is to saving is what? 12:13. We know that every one of us know that income is equal to expenditure plus saving. So if we add these two, we will be getting 25 ratios. So what is the income of Ravi? The income of Ravi in 2011 is 25 units or 25 ratios. But you can see Ravi's income in 2011 is how much? 12,000. So if 25 is equal to 12,000, we have been asked to find expenditure. Find his total expenditure over these 2 years. Find the value of 12. So 12 ratio will be equal to 12,000 divided by 25 into 12. 12,000 divided by 25 into 12. So leave it like this. We will calculate it later on. Coming to 2012. Coming to 2012.
Sir,
Sir.
is it not 14,000, sir?
Sir.
Ravi value is 14,000, no, sir?
Ravi's value is 14. Oh, yes. Sorry. This is 14,000. This is 14, right? 25 ratios is equivalent to 14. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Oh, I didn't look into the chat. Many of you have given the answer. Okay, so we'll be doing the calculation part later on. I'll be giving you some tricks also how you can reduce your calculations. Okay, now in 2012, expenditure is to saving is 14:11. So if we add this, we will again get 25 ratios, and this 25 ratios is equivalent to, in 2012, Ravi is equivalent to 22,000. 22,000. So we need to find out 14 ratios. 14 ratios is equal to 22,000 divided by 25 into 14. Okay, now you see how you can easily do this calculation. Very easily how you can do this calculation. 14,000 divided by 25. If you are very much fluent with the table of 25, you can directly cut it off. But मैं थोड़ा जुगाड़ बता रहा हूँ आपको. I'm giving you a trick. The trick is multiply 4 over here and 4 over here. Okay, just balancing it. Multiply a 4 in the denominator, multiply a 4 in the numerator. Okay. So this will be what? This will be 100. This will be 100. So what you can do? You can cut these two. Now you are left with 14 into 12. Okay, 14 into 12. If you know the table, you can do it. 14 into 12 is 168, and there is a 0 into 4, and you can write the final answer as 0 2 3, so 7 2 6. Okay, here also you can do like this, into 4. This will be giving us 100. We can cut it off. Okay, you can do like this. There is no issue. If you have any other trick which is better than mine, very good. Okay, there is no hard and fast rule. So you can do it like this. Put a 0. 14 into 2 is 28, 2 carry. 14 into 2 is again 28, 2 carry. This is 30 into 4. Now write the final answer. not final answer, this 0, 32 and 12. Okay, so we got the value 12,320 plus 6,720. So the value is 04091. So 19,040. 19,040 option B is our answer. Okay, 19,040 option B is our answer.
Sir, is option A, sir.
Okay, so everyone is okay with it, I guess.
Sir, is it option A, sir?
Okay, okay. Arre. This should be option A. There is no doubt about it. Okay, let's go to the next one. What is the difference? Arre. Arre, what is happening? What is the difference between monthly income of Rahul in 2010 and Rajiv in 2012? Tell me quickly. Rahul 2010 and Rajiv 2012.
10,000, sir.
Rahul 2010 is 10. 10. Okay, so 10,000. And Rajiv 2012 is this 20. So gap is 10. 10,000. None of this. Answer is none of this. Next question. What is the ratio of monthly income of Ravi and Rahul together in 2012? Ravi and Rahul. Don't make mistake, huh? बहुत लोग गलती करते हैं इसमें. Many students do mistakes in Ravi, Rahul. Instead of calculating the black color, they calculate the green color. So be very concentrated. Ravi and Rahul, black and green and black, 2012. Green and black. So this is how much together? This is 18. This is 18 and this is 22. This will be 40. 40K. 40K basically. I'm not interested to write this. What is the ratio of monthly income of Ravi and Rahul together in 2012? To monthly income of Rahul and Rajiv in 2010. Rahul and Rajiv in 2010. Red and black. Red and black. This is what 14 and this is what 16. 14 and 16 is 30K. So 4:3. Simple. 4:3. Very simple. Let's move to another question. So I have taken the questions in a particular sequence so that your concept will be developed gradually. Okay, your concept will be developed gradually. First of all, please understand the question. Okay, don't directly jump into solving it. Understand the data given. The data given is the table given below shows the number of banks in 5 different cities, the average number of employees in each bank, okay, and the ratio of total male to total female in all bank in 5 different cities. Okay, now let's see. city P, in city P there are 20 banks, and in each bank, and the average number of employees in each bank is 12. Can anyone tell me the total number of employees in city P? Can anyone tell me the total number of employees in city P? Please tell me the total number of employees in city P.
240.
240. What's your name, ma'am?
Nagavasini, sir.
Ma'am, I didn't hear you actually. Anyways, Praveen sir, Pushpa ma'am, Samarth sir, many of the students are answering that the total number of students in city P is 240. How they are answering this? Because we know average is equal to sum of the observation divided by number, and when we are asked to find number, when you are asked to find sum, okay, this is sum by number goes with average into number is equals to sum. I'm not supposed to discuss these things in the class. These are something I should feel like taken for granted. Still I'm discussing it because somewhere I feel that some of you might be struggling with these things. Okay, so you need to just multiply these two, multiply these two, 20 into 12, 24 into 15, 15 into 8, 18 into 10, 25 into 12. You will get the total. So the total of city P is what? Total of city P is what? 240. Total of city R is what? 15 into 8, 120. So this is what? 360 is your answer. Okay, before moving to the next question, let me tell you, find something for me. Find number of male employees and number of female employees in city P. Find this. Find this for me, then we will be going to the next question. Fifty and 90. Sorry, 150 and 90. Okay. Now we know that the total of city P is 240. This 240 is divided into males is to females, and the ratio of males and females is 5:3. So if we do a total, the total is 8 units. 8 units. So the total ratio of male and female is 8 ratios or 8 units, and the original total is 840. So 8 units or 8 ratios is equivalent to 240. 8 is equivalent to 240. So 1 is equivalent to 30. So you can easily find 5 is equivalent to what? Just multiply by 30, 150. 3 is equivalent to what? Just multiply by 30, 90. So there are 150 females in city P and 150 male employees in city P and 90 female workers in city P. Okay. Is this much clear? Is this concept clear? Because we'll be requiring this concept in each and every question.
Yes, sir.
This concept has been told to you in the ratio class even.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
इजी है ना, बहुत इजी है. Yes, yes, yes. Someone was saying something. The voice was breaking. Please tell me, is there any doubt? Okay, so shall we move? Shall we move? Proceed to the next question. This is the last DI of today's class because we have 4 questions left. So these 4 questions will take around 15 minutes to 20 minutes and time भी हो जाएगा हमारा.
Proceed, sir.
Okay, what is the total number of male employees in city S? This is very simple. अभी तो आप लोगों को लग रहा होगा ये बच्चों जैसा questions क्यों है. Find सबसे पहले the first and foremost thing, find the total of city S, the total employees of city S. What is the total? The total is 180. Now divide this 180 in the ratio what? 5:4. This is male, this is female. We are here to find out male. So this is what? 9 ratios. So 9 ratios. 9 is the fake total of city S. 180 is the original total of city S. This fake should be equivalent to the original. So 1 ratio is equal to 20. We need to find out male. 5 into 20. Answer will be 100. Done. This is so damn simple. Find this. This question is very nice. There is a city U. There is a city U that they have given. City U. If the number of male employees in city U is 18 more than the number of male employees in city R, तो city R का जो male है, अच्छा फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैं यहाँ पे लिखता हूँ, ठीक है, मेल एंड फीमेल. ओके, सो मेल कितना है? मेल इज आर का मेल, RM, the number of males in city R plus 18. About female I don't have anything. Okay, the ratio of male to female in city U is 3:2. City U में ratio of male to female is 3:2. So we'll take it up later on. First of all यहाँ पे हम लोग देखते हैं क्या बोला. देख लो एक बार ध्यान से देखो. If the number of male employees in city U is 18 more than the number of male employees in city R, this means that first of all we need to find the male employees of city R. So what is the total of city R? The total of city R is 120, and this 120 has been splitted in which ratio? 3:2. Male is to female, 3:2. This is what? This is 5 units. This 5 units means 120. So 5 unit means 120 means if I cut it by 5, I'll get 24. So this 3 unit means 3 into 24. 3 into 24. This will be 72. So what is the number of male employees in city R? 72. So we can write it. 72 plus 18. This will be what? This will be 90. Now we don't know this. We need to find. We know that in city U, number of males is 90. Ratio is what? Ratio is 3:2. Now you see this is very simple. 3 ratios is equivalent to 90. Means we are multiplying it by 30. So 2 ratios will be equal to what? If we multiply it by 30, we'll be getting 60. So 60 is our answer. Done. This question was very technical, very precisely done step by step. Okay, did you understood this?
Sir,
You
sir,
understood
last portion, please.
last portion? Okay, यहाँ तक clear है कि
Sir,
u का
clear है.
90 clear है. Okay, so we know that the number of males in u is 90 and the number of females is unknown. ठीक है, this is unknown, I don't know, but मुझे ये भी पता है कि the ratio of male and female in city u is 3:2. मतलब 3 और 2 में है, मतलब 3 और 2 हो सकता है. ठीक है, 6-4 हो सकता है, 9-8 हो सकता है, इट कुड बी 300-200, कुछ भी हो सकता है, कुछ भी हो सकता है, बट इट विल मेंटेन द रेशियो 3:2. It will maintain the ratio 3:2. But we know that the number of males in city U is 90. So the original value क्या है? सिटी यू में जो मेल्स है, सिटी यू के मेल्स का ओरिजिनल वैल्यू क्या है? 90. एंड रेशियो में वैल्यू क्या है? 3 रेशियोस. सो मैंने लिखा नहीं, बट दिस इज अंडरस्टूड. यू कैन राइट इट हियर, 3 ratios is equivalent to 90. So 1 ratio is 30. So 2 ratios is 60. You can write it like this. Okay.
Sir. Hello, sir.
Yes.
सर, इसका मतलब उसमें मतलब वो सेम वैल्यू में दिखाना पड़ेगा उसको 3.
मैं समझा नहीं, बताओ क्या पूछ रहे हो आप?
सर मतलब 3:2, 3 multiplied by 30 is 90 and 2 is multiplied by 30 60, मतलब वो सेम होना पड़ेगा.
ऑब्वियसली सेम नहीं होगा तो डिसबैलेंस हो जाएगा, एंड रेशियो डिसबैलेंस कभी हो नहीं सकता.
सर
हमने रेशियो में पढ़ा हुआ है ना, हमने रेशियो में पढ़ा हुआ है कि आप रेशियो को चेंज जरूर कर सकते हो. जैसे मैं अगर कोई रेशियो लिखता हूँ 4:7, तो आप इसको चेंज कर सकते हो, इसमें मैं मना नहीं करता, बट चेंज करते टाइम कैसे करोगे? आप इसको 8:14 करोगे, है ना? इफ यू राइट 8:21, ये तो गलत हो जाएगा, क्योंकि ये चीज कभी भी डिस्टर्ब नहीं होना चाहिए. क्योंकि काटने के बाद आप जब फिर से काटोगे, अब अगर आपका मन किया काटने का, आप अगर 2 से काटोगे ये 4 होगा, 2 से काटोगे ये 7 होगा, तो फिर से सेम चीज आना चाहिए ना. मैं ऐसा भी कर सकता हूं 400 और 700, बहुत ह्यूज नंबर ले लिया मैंने. सो फिर से आप जब काटोगे, काटने के बाद यही चीज रहना चाहिए. तो अगर मैं इंटू 30 नहीं करूंगा तो ये डिसबैलेंस हो जाएगा. तो रेशियो, व्हेनेवर यू आर मल्टीप्लाइंग अ रेशियो विद समथिंग और डिवाइडिंग अ रेशियो विद समथिंग, मल्टीप्लाई करो, डिवाइड करो, ठीक है, वो फैक्टर सेम होना चाहिए, फैक्टर अलग नहीं हो सकता, अदरवाइज रेशियो विल गेट डिस्टर्ब, तो वो चीज ही पूरा बिगड़ जाएगा. ये 3 और 2 में रहेगा ही नहीं. गॉट इट? समझ में आ गया
सर,
ना?
got it सर.
तो यहाँ पे सेंस ऐसा था कि बिकॉज वी नो द रेशियो ऑफ मेल इन यू, इन सिटी यू, मैं यहाँ पे सिटी लिख देता हूँ, रेशियो ऑफ मेल्स इन सिटी यू इज 3 एंड टोटल इज 90. सो फेक वैल्यू से ओरिजिनल वैल्यू तक जाने के लिए वी आर मल्टीप्लाइंग इट बाय 90, सॉरी वी आर मल्टीप्लाइंग इट बाय 30. सो किस चीज का मल्टीप्लीकेशन चाहिए मुझे? 30 का मल्टीप्लीकेशन चाहिए. यानी दिस इज 101% श्योर दैट फीमेल्स में भी मुझे 30 का मल्टीप्लीकेशन ही चाहिए होगा, फीमेल्स में कुछ और मल्टीप्लीकेशन नहीं चाहिए होगा. ठीक है, तभी ये रेशियो फिर से मेंटेन होगा. बिकॉज अभी अगर मैं इन दोनों को कैंसिल करता हूं, 0 कट, 3 से काटता हूं तो 3 आएगा, 3 से काटता हूं तो 2 आएगा, तो मेंटेन हो गया ना, 3:2 फिर से वापस घूम के आ रहा है. ओके, सो लेट्स मूव टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. The number of female employees in city T is what percent of the number of female employees in city Q? तो सबसे पहले तो आप T देखो, T का फीमेल निकालना है, दोनों का ही फीमेल निकालना है। हाँ? तो सबसे पहले तो T का टोटल करो, 25 इंटू 12, 25 कितना होता है? देखो 25 को अगर आप 4 बार लेते हो ना, इफ यू टेक 25 4 टाइम्स यू विल गेट 100, देन अगेन 4 टाइम्स you will get 200, then again 4 times you will get 300. So 25 into 12 is nothing but 300. Now you need to divide this 300 into male is to female in the ratio 7:3. Okay, 7:3. So far as ratio is concerned, the total is what? The total is 10 units. Yeah, 10 ratios. Okay. This 10 units is equivalent to, look, the total of male and female, 300 is also the total of male and female, and 10 is also the total of male and female, but this 300 is the original total and this 10 is the fake total. So 10 is equivalent to 300, so 1 unit is equivalent to 30. So female कितना आएगा? Into 30 कर लो। 1 यूनिट अगर 30 है ना, एक चॉकलेट का दाम अगर 30 है, 3 चॉकलेट का दाम कितना होगा? 90 होगा। अच्छा अभी निकालते हैं हम लोग, अच्छा यहां पे करते हैं, किसका चाहिए? क्यू का। क्यू का हम लोग पहले कर चुके हैं, क्यू का नहीं किया है ना पहले। 24 into 15. If you are very fluent with tables, you can directly write it. Many of you are answering to 75%. I guess this is the right answer. 15 into 4 is 60. 6 रह गया। 15 into 2 is 30. 360. Now you need to divide this 360 into male into female in the ratio 2:1. Now this is 3 ratios. This 3 ratios is equivalent to 360. If you cut it, 1 ratio is equivalent to 120. ठीक है? So female is what? अच्छा 1 ही तो है ना, female तो 1 ही है, तो 1 का वैल्यू 120 है, खत्म है। Okay, now we need to find out the percentage. The number of female employees in city T is what percent? T जो है city T is what percent? तो कितना है? 90 है। Is what percent? Is what percent बोलेगा ना, तो divide by something into 100 दे देना, divide by something into 100. Of के बाद क्या है? The number of female employees in city Q. The number of female employees in city Q कितना है? 120 है। This is very easy even. If I cut it by 3, I'll get 3. If I cut it by 3, I'll get 4. If I cut it by 4, I'll get 25. 3 into 25 is 75%. Everyone is clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any issue? Someone was saying something. Anybody is having any issue?
No, sir.
This is okay, na?
Okay, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. Yes.
सर हमें एग्जाम अटेम्प्ट करे हैं सर।
I can't hear you, ma'am. I can't hear you. Can you please write your query in the chat box?
Sir, now also
Your
not
vo- your voice is breaking and this is low. Your voice is breaking. Do you have any doubt, ma'am? You can write in the chat box. Go ahead. Can we get the question paper? Can we get the question paper we attempted? No, you can't get the question paper because I don't even have the question paper. I made the question on the online portal directly. I don't have any PDF format or something like this. Okay, so this is the last question for today's class. Very simple. Find the ratio of number of male employees in city P to the number of female employees in city Q. Okay, so city P male is to city Q female. City Q female, now just now we have find it out. 120, right? This is 120. City P is what? City P is total is 240. So 240 will be divided into male is to female in the ratio 5:3. In the ratio 5:3. So this will be what?
150.
This will be 5:3. So total is 8 units. I guess male of city P has been done by you guys in the first question. I gave you an extra question, right? So 8 unit is equal to 240. So 1 unit is equal to 30.
30, 33 5 15. 50,
So this is 150.
150, 150.
You can turn off your, you can mute yourself, sir. So this is what 5:4 if I cut it by 3. So this is what we call data interpretation. So today we solve 15 questions and we solve three data interpretations, and each question was having 15 sub questions. So we solve 15 questions. So my target for you guys is to make you guys solve 20 DIs if it is possible. If not, we'll be solving around 15 maybe DIs. Okay, 15 DI will be solving. 15 into 5, that will be 75. Okay, let's see. So because it takes time, I thought initially that we can complete 4 DIs in a session. I took 3 DIs and I had 1 DI with me withheld. Okay, I was thinking that I'll be adding that particular question.
Data interpretation is interesting, sir, actually.
Data interpretation is interesting as well as mark scoring if your percentage and ratio concepts are very clear. So you are
Okay.
the more you are strong in ratio and percentage, because out of the 15 questions, not a single question was there which was which has to be done without the help of percentage and ratio.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that's why in the syllabus, data interpretation was given in the first part, but intentionally I didn't took that because I know that if I took directly data interpretation, you guys won't be doing well in this. Okay, so that's why I have completed the chapters. 2 chapters are remaining: CISI, I mean simple interest, compound interest, and average. These 2 chapters will be taking later on after completing data interpretation. So for the next 3 or 4 classes, data interpretation I'll be running, and then I'm planning that within this month your this course will be over, will get over. I'll try to do this because I'll not stretch it very long. Okay, it's already 2 months, so 2.5 months is good enough for such kind of course. Okay, then so bye bye for today. I'm ending the class.
Good night, sir.
You'll get this PDF. Thank you, Praveen sir. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Jasri ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Okay, then good night. Good night, everyone. Let me stop the recording.